Hi, I'm Mark Duivenvoorden, the owner of Duivenvoorden Farms here in Cottonwood, California. We're on our farm that's been in our family for over 63 years, and we do raw milk. What people don't realize, all dairies are producing raw milk, but not all raw milk is the same.
Yeah.
Because most dairies are shipping their milk to creameries and then it gets pasteurized.
Yeah.
With raw milk, we're one of only like 5 or 6 dairies in the whole state that are doing raw milk.
Yeah.
And we've been doing it for almost 20 years that way because we had to make a change or go out of business. And in about 20 years time, we've never had a pathogen show up.
Yeah.
Like I said, we get tested monthly for 5 different pathogens.
Yeah.
And you know, never ever had one show up on this place in all the years we've been here.
Yeah.
And which is important, you know. It's the low stress environment for our cows. We only milk once a day, not twice a day or 3 times a day. It's quality over quantity. It's being a good steward with what the good Lord's given us. And
Amen.
I feel as though if we are in line with the way He created these animals, and we are taking care of them in the right way, that they're going to produce something that's good for us. Because in the beginning, He saw, when He created everything, He saw how good it was. That didn't change. We changed things.
Totally.
That if we can get back closer to the way He intended it to be, then I believe things are going to go better. You know, for all of us.
For sure.
Our food. And our body, by His design, recognized that as real food. I'm probably around 10 years of age, you know, where I started getting more serious about it. But I already knew at 4 years old that I was going to be being in the dairy business, that's what I wanted to do.
How'd you know?
It was already in my heart.
You just feel it?
Yeah, I was calling. You have to set your standards higher with doing it, and from the taking care of the cows to keeping them clean, and when, you know, or cleaning them when you're milking, and making sure you're checking the milk and making sure everything is good all the way to the tank and then to the jug. And then we are a grade A dairy, and we're inspected by the state. Our milk gets tested monthly. We have our own testing equipment as well. And everyone that works here is doing this type of work. I have several employees, but you know, there's like 3 of us that do the milking, and we can do basically everything, but you all have to do it the same way. We have to be consistent in the way we do it. Totally. Because raw milk done the right way is one ingredient, and we don't pull cream out of it, so you get cream top,
it's so good.
cream top. And it's exactly the way that God created it. So when we get with our food supply, get back to closer to what His intentions were with it for our you know, our health benefits. Let's put it that way. Then I believe we are going to be healthier. And we've had, over the years, a lot of people that, you know, were lactose intolerant that came here, and now they're perfectly fine and happy, you know, that they can actually have milk again without any issues. And then they're learning about their food source, and with what we do, the other thing is that you're being transparent with what you're doing. If people ask you questions, you have to be able to answer them. Totally. And be honest about it. That's the difference, you know. You have to be a good steward with what you're producing. For sure. You know, I feed my family this milk, my grandkids, you know. And of course I want it to be good for them, but also, just as important, I want it to be good for the families that come here or buy it in the stores. You know, so that it boils down to, what are your intentions? Are you just in it for the money and don't care? Or are you in it to provide something good according to God's purpose? And I fully 100% believe that. That when you do that, things go the right way. Only milk, I think I said once a day. Low stress environment for the cows.
How many gallons are you getting from that one milking?
We're averaging around 3 gallons per cow, but I have cows after they calve in the first 3 months that can give up to 5-6 gallons a day, once a day. And so, and I'm happy with that. We milk year round. And we try to stay consistent in what we're producing. But as anything in agriculture or farming, you know, it's not a straight line. You know, it's this. Ebb and flow. Which is normal.
Yeah.
And you're just trying to find balance with what you're doing, you know, and
Yeah.
sometimes it can be a little tricky.
Yeah.
Over the years, we've grown because we've held events here. Our annual Milk and Cookies Day has grown. You know, like this last October.
October, right?
Yeah, we had 2,000 people here.
No way, really?
Yeah.
Oh, that's incredible.
We had 60 vendors
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
Food vendors too. And,
Yeah.
You know, family-oriented day.
Yeah.
But we've grown our business that way over the years.
Yeah.
You know, it's just getting our name out there, and you know, it's that ripple effect. You know, you get one customer that's new that comes in here. We get new people every week, but all it takes is that person's sharing it with others, you know, and saying, hey, you need to try this, you know, or it's that ripple effect.
How does that feel? I mean, this is like, they wouldn't be here if you weren't.
No, it feels really good, you know, because when we started out doing that, I don't know, 13 years ago, it was just a thank you to our customers, and we had maybe 250 people show up the first few years, and then it grew to 500, and then 750, then 1,000, and then right after COVID, because we skipped one year, we weren't sure how many people were going to show up, but man, there was a line of cars out to the freeway trying to get in a park, you know, because they just wanted to go get out and do something, you know? And but that was an indication right there, and with the vendors we have here too is a way for us to help other people in the local community show what they're doing, and give them a platform, you know. And they had a successful this last Cookies Day. It was very successful for them.
How many vendors did you have?
60.
Wow.
Yeah, and we get people emailing us all the time, you know, wanting to be a vendor for the next one. All the stuff that's going on out in the world today is trying to divide us up, you know, and be against each other. But if we just got back to what we have in common, we all got to eat. And what did Jesus do at the Last Supper? He was eating with his 12 apostles, right? And what happens when you're eating at the table? You're having a conversation. This.
Totally.
No, none of this.
Totally.
No, this. We have to have that human contact, right? But that's what God wants. And I believe that 100%. That does work, you know, because we got to get back to what's in common, and that diffuses the, you know, we can agree to disagree and whatever, but that stuff's not as important as, hey, I care about you, you know, and I care about what I'm doing here. And I want to make sure it's good for you. You know, and so that's the bottom line.
It's so beautiful to see that reaffirmed too, of like, you know, people coming. 2,000 people is not a small amount of people. That's a ton of people. And
the funny thing is it turned into a community event. We didn't know that was going to happen, but now it's like almost, when's your next one, you know?
What's up, Bo? Hi, buddy.
This is our tank room and our fill room where we do all the bottling. And the milk tank in there, that's where we milk into.
Cool.
That happens 3 days a week.
3 days?
3 days a week when we're bottling.
3 days you bottle? Okay. Nice. Woo.
This is our milk barn.
Oh, nice. Okay.
We can milk 8 cows at a time. It's a double 4 herring.
Oh, 8.
Setting things up around, you know, between 6 and 6:30 in the morning, and start milking by between 7:30.
Okay.
And then it takes 2.5 to 3 hours to milk.
Got it.
And then we go with that, and then we got feeding to do, and that's something back in here, washing up. Washing up takes about 45 minutes.
Okay.
Cleaning up is, we washed the barn down, clean everything up. You walk in here. Come on, here.
Nice.
You can see how clean it is. And it's important to just keep things clean. You know, especially when people come in, you know, they can see that things are kept clean. So the machine, you know, the cow is facing forward right there. Put the machine on right here. Milk's going up the pipe, the hose right here, into the pipeline. And then it goes to bar.
Okay.
And once it fills up, so far the sensor probe in there kicks the pump on.
Okay.
Right here. And then it pushes the milk. This is a filter cylinder.
Okay.
We have a filter that we put in.
Yeah.
It pushes the milk through that filter because it's normal to have a little bit of hair or dirt, you know.
Yeah, for sure.
And it's also, so once it's pushing it on over to a tank.
Oh, that's right there. Okay.
So take the hook pipeline, you can see that, and then the pipe running either one, I have 2 tanks.
Got it.
And then pumping it into the tank, and then it's being cooled down.
How big are the tanks?
260 gallons, the other one's 210.
Got it. Okay.
So it's all about cooling it down as quick as possible.
Okay. Yeah.
Because you're going from body temperature of 100 degrees.
Yeah.
A cow, you're getting down to about 33 degrees.
And does it just spin with?
Yeah, there's an agitator in there when
Okay.
the compressor is cooling.
Yeah.
And it's turning the milk.
Okay.
And then during the day, once it reaches temp, cool down temp, it shuts down.
Gotcha.
And then during the day, it's normal for the temp to go back up 5 degrees or so.
Yeah.
And then it kicks the compressor back on, and the agitator, and it cools it back down again.
Got it.
Yeah.
Cool.
And the filter, is a good way to see how you're doing as far as cleaning goes.
Yeah.
Because we use individual towels for the cows.
Sure.
And we use a pre-dip.
Okay.
A pre-dip that we put on the teats.
Yeah.
And we take clean towel, and then you're cleaning off the teats, and it's a 3-step deal where you're with the towel itself, cleaning, and it's a white towel, you can see what you're taking off.
Yeah.
And then after they're clean, you're stripping them out, you're checking the milk in each squirt, make sure they're good, no issues, and then the machine goes on.
Gotcha. So you're like cleaning it first, and then machine.
You start cleaning in here.
Yeah.
And then the filter cleans anything that slips by.
Yeah.
Just hair or dirt.
Yeah.
And then it goes to the tank.
Got it.
But we can see how we're doing when we take the filter out before washing. You can see how well you're doing as far as cleaning goes. Okay, so pasteurization, I say, is an excuse to do a sloppy job.
Yeah.
Because, and I'm not saying that about all dairy, but you have some people that don't take care of it the right way, they don't care.
Yeah.
And I've seen those filters in there that are black.
Oh, yeah, I can't,
When you're milking a lot of cows, I can understand that, but they're trying to push cows and they're trying to get done.
Yeah.
But the thing is, that milk's getting pasteurized. But with raw milk, we can't do that. We have to take care of it from the beginning to the end product.
Yeah.
And we've been successful with that, for almost 20 years.
Yeah.
So, remember, if you're getting the raw milk, that's where the conversation of being transparent with the way you do things.
Yeah.
I mean, we've had field trips here over the years. We've had people visiting, and giving tours. It's basically telling your story or selling your story.
Yeah, totally. Yeah.
And showing people.
Excuse me.
And it's going to be connecting with people that way, that you're showing them that you're serious about taking care of things the right way.
Totally.
It matters.
Yeah, because you're selling yourself, and then
you're selling yourself. And if you're doing a good job with it, you're going to have customers.
Yeah. Totally.
Because they're going to tell someone, and then they're going to tell someone.
Yeah. And is it true? You have all your cows named, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Nice.
All of them have names, because that's the other thing people don't realize, is that our cows are part of our family.
Yeah.
We're working together with them. They're not just some animal with an ear tag.
Yeah.
That's giving us milk. It's a different symbiotic relationship when you realize we're working together for God's good purpose.
Yeah.
And it changes your whole point of view. And I wholly believe, that in that point of view, because I've witnessed it over the years.
Yeah.
It makes sense to me.
Totally.
Because I've been in the conventional side.
Yeah.
And we were still trying to do a good job, and with what we're doing. But when you do this way is there's more meaning to the connection you have with the people that are buying it, because that's kind of the sad side of conventional dairying, is that you're never meeting the customer.
Yeah.
All you're meeting is the truck driver picking up the milk. That's it. So you never get any feedback.
Yeah.
You just, and when you were talking about suicide rates,
that's
why. You don't have that connection. That milk goes to the creamery. What they do is pasteurize the heck out of it, high temp pasteurization.
Yep.
They pull the cream off,
yep,
separate that. They use the cream for butter,
sell it, and
whatever else they're doing. Then, whatever's left over, they got to make it look like milk again, and then they got to add. Why do you have to add vitamin D back into the milk? Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point that I haven't thought about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And why is there no cream on the milk? Because they homogenized it.
Yeah.
So what happens is they put that cream through pinholes at 2,500 pounds of pressure to break the fat molecule down so it can't separate anymore.
Yeah.
That alone is causing problems to your body, because your body doesn't recognize that food as a real food anymore by God's design again, because it wants to reject it instead of utilize it in the right way. So it doesn't recognize it.
Yeah.
And so that over processing part is what's causing all these problems. And I've witnessed it with people coming back to raw milk, and they're I have one guy's been with me for years, and he couldn't drink milk for 30 years.
Oh man.
He come here and got on the raw milk and hasn't had any issues since.
Yeah.
And he's happy as a lark because he can drink milk again.
Yeah.
The enzymes that are present in raw milk that help you break down the lactase in the milk, that where people have issues, are there and help you and your body work, properly break it down.
Yeah.
Pasteurization kills all that. I don't care what they all say. Oh, there's nothing wrong. Baloney. You know what? That milk goes to the creamery. What they do is pasteurize the heck out of it, high temp pasteurization.
Yep.
They pull the cream off.
Yep.
Separate that. They use the cream for butter,
sell it, and
whatever else they're doing. Then, whatever's left over, they got to make it look like milk again, and then they got to add. Why do you have to add vitamin D back into the milk? Huh?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good point that I haven't thought about. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And why is there no cream on the milk? Because they homogenized it.
Yeah.
So what happens is they put that cream through pinholes at 2,500 pounds of pressure to break the fat molecule down so it can't separate anymore.
Yeah.
That alone is causing problems to your body, because your body doesn't recognize that food as a real food anymore by God's design again, because it wants to reject it instead of utilize it in the right way. So it doesn't recognize it.
Yeah.
And so that over processing part is what's causing all these problems. And I've witnessed it with people coming back to raw milk, and they're I have one guy's been with me for years, and he couldn't drink milk for 30 years.
Oh man.
He come here and got on the raw milk and hasn't had any issues since.
Yeah.
And he's happy as a lark because he can drink milk again.
Yeah.
Raw milk back 150, 200 years ago was used as a medicinal food.
Yeah.
And then of course honey has all its wonderful properties, that they were using when Jesus walked the earth.
Yeah.
And it was like it had its purpose. And so we just got away from real because of dollars and cheap. People, like you were talking about earlier, want cheap food. Well, there's a sacrifice when you get cheap food.
Yeah.
You're most likely your health.
You are what you eat. Yeah. You eat cheap stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. So, and it takes work to produce good, healthy food. It doesn't just happen all by itself.
Yeah.
And so that's worth something. And because we become a society of convenience, and we just walk to the store or go into the store and we grab this and grab that, pay for it and walk out. You never talk to a single farmer that produced any of this stuff, and you're just going on. You either don't care Or if you do care, you're sitting there reading the labels, like, nope. So you're the one that's going to be looking and going to the health food store and making sure or directly to the farmer, right?
Yeah.
And there's X amount of people that do that now. Yeah. They're getting better at it. Mm-hmm. But there's also a big number of them that don't care.
Yeah.
And it shows.
Yeah.
You pay for it. You get what you pay for.
Yeah.
And if you're just looking for cheap, well, then your food's probably going to be junk.
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
You're not going to have that. You're not going to know other than all those ingredients that are in there that are bad for you. Yeah. Whereas if you're taking the time to educate yourself and connect with the farmers and find out what they're doing. We're not out here trying to destroy you guys. We're trying to make a living.
Yeah.
And thank God we changed to the raw milk, cut the middleman out, and then we are in control of the price, because I was barely making $1 a gallon. I can't pay my bills.
Yeah.
I'm going under.
Yeah.
And that's what's happening today.
Oh.
Dairymen are going out left and right. They're getting paid squat.
Yeah.
And it's like it's not right.
Yeah.
And so I believe if we're going to get a better food system for everybody, that it has to get back to more of a relationship between the people buying the food and the farmer themselves. Yeah. And I also feel like it's a great way for small farms to come back and have an opportunity to provide food again. Yeah. Rebuild that relationship and show people that we do care.
Yeah.
And we want you to enjoy what you're getting.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah.
So anyhow, that's where my head is at, I'll die on that hill. The farmer's mental health of all the hard work they're doing, and they might have one good year out of 7, and they're struggling, and they're having to farmers. It's not like they have a stockpile of cash somewhere or in the bank or anything, because the majority of them are always putting money back into the business, because there's breakdowns, there's maintenance, there's replacing animals, there's all these different things that add up. And that's sad to hear, with that suicide rate, because they've come to a point where they give up on their dream and basically on life, and have no other. I still can't believe they get driven to that point. That's the sad part, and it's like that shouldn't happen, and they should get just as much praise for the hard work they do. Because that's what built this country. When people were immigrating and people were coming over, the majority were farmers building, and then people were moving to cities. You gotta have food. Everybody was doing something but contributing in some way, shape, or form to help do this. And so, it's all about the relationship. That's the most important. That word right there, relationship, can be applied to just about everything in life. It's so important. The other one is stewardship. And that's the word that I keep pushing now more than ever, is you can apply that to anywhere you are in life. But are you being a good steward with what God has given you for others, for the benefit of others? Not just for yourself, but the benefit of others. How are you contributing? Is it in line with His will for your life and everybody else's? You have to think about that stuff. And as a farmer, you have plenty of time to self-reflect. I've spent so many hours in this barn milking cows. I've had many conversations with God. Asking Him, is this what you want me to be doing? Because there was a few times in here where I was like, I feel like I'm not doing anything. Other than going through the motions, the milk truck picks up the milk, and I don't have a relationship with anybody other than my family and the truck driver. So things started changing after that conversation, and it helped me realize, well, we're going to change that, and then people coming here and starting getting milk, and next thing you know, that word relationship, he put it in my head. This is what relationship means. I had to learn, but I can understand it at my age now. I'm 64, and I can understand it now.
When did that word come to you?
I'd say probably 15 years ago when we were herd shares first when we started
Okay.
raw milk, and he was just teaching me, you know, is that I think this is what you're wanting, you know, which it changed my whole world, you know, as far as you get people telling you thank you so much, you know, for what you're doing, and so many farmers don't get to hear that.
Yeah.
And that's where that suicide thing. If you don't ever hear any words of encouragement, that's sad.
Yeah.
And how do you think that's going to affect you as a human being?
Yeah.
If you're breaking your back to do something good and never ever any words of encouragement except people saying things that you know that aren't true, you know, and breaking you down like you're doing something bad.
Yeah.
And that's so wrong. And it's like, at my age now, I'll stick up for the farmers, man.
It's beautiful,
I'll
man. People need to do it.
Die.
Yeah.
You know, it's like, no. Getting back to the society of convenience, that's why we're where we're at with our food supply, because we've become lazy about our food as far as knowing where it came from and what's in it. But good news is the younger generations, especially the ones that are in their 30s to 40s with young kids, are the ones driving this new food movement because they want to know for their kids, which is important, which is great, you know. And the more people that grab onto that, they're going to be way better off. They're going to be happier. Does it cost more where we're at right now? Yes.
Yeah.
But that's the actual cost of doing business.
Yeah.
All the untruths out there about raw milk, you know, and they always want to victimize, villainize raw milk. You know, oh, you're going to get sick. You're going to get what? Yeah. Well, you know what? When people were moving to cities 100-something years ago, and then they were taking cows to the city, they're in filthy conditions.
The swill milk.
The swill milk.
Yeah.
Filthy conditions. Yeah. Not taking the people out in the country with the milk was fine.
Yeah, for sure.
No.
Yeah.
But they used that as a tool.
Yeah.
Because after World War II, everything had to be pasteurized. And then it became all about the big corporate businesses that were ruling that.
Yeah.
Because they didn't want anybody stepping on their territory.
Totally.
Right?
Yeah.
It was a way of control. And so I hear people that are switching to raw milk from the other stuff. And it's sticker shock. I get it. And I've had conversations with people like that, but I also tell them that this is the reality, you guys, of what it costs to do this.
Yeah.
It's not easy.
Yeah. Totally.
And it's like, plus, you got to think about with what I call meaningful calories in your food.
Yeah.
Meaningful calories. Such as raw milk or, you know, your other foods that whether it's beef or chicken or whatever, but you're getting it from the farm. Those are all meaningful calories that are available to your body, that provides your body with what you need, and you're not always hungry. That's the problem. We're always snacking. Snacking. But that's done on purpose because that means selling. You know, but our body's not getting the meaningful calories it needs to get us through the day, where we're not always having a snack, you know, and we go, you know, you have your breakfast in the morning and you have something for lunch and then dinner. But that's it, you know, you're not constantly snacking and then your body's, you know, you're suffering the consequences, just put it that way.
Yeah.
But it's all those types of things that you take into consideration, and things that I've learned over time. And I just remember sitting down filling jars for herd shares one morning after milking in here, and then I'm in there filling before I had more employees.
Yeah.
But I just remember sitting out of the tank and thinking about it, you know, and then God put that thought in my head. He says, I'm turning your water into wine. And that hit me really hard, you know. It's like His purpose, when you grasp onto it with relationship with Him, it starts to make sense. And I'm honored to be doing what I'm doing my whole life that got us to this point, you know, and to help me and my family realize the difference that it makes.
Yeah.
And so it's an honor to do that, you know, and it's humbling.
Yeah.
And I love to encourage people, and especially farmers. You know, just such as my friend Kevin.
Yeah.
Younger guy, you know, it's just they need that encouragement, because not discouragement, they need encouragement.
Yeah.
They're up against a lot of different things that, you know, to try and do the right thing, and it's not easy. That's why you see less and less farmers, young farmers, wanting to go into this business or any other business because it's too hard.
Yeah.
It's got to change. Otherwise, we're gonna be having a short food supply at some point, and then what?
Yeah. I think the average age of farmer is what, 65 now?
My
or 60?
age.
Yeah. Totally.
If we're gonna keep a food supply going, I think there's no better way than to have more small farms and more connection with community and people talking and getting feedback, which is super important to us too. We get feedback from customers all the time, and that helps us with what we're doing too. And it's just, it's humbling. Yeah. This whole thing is basically a spiritual experience, and it is. At least it is for me. If I'm going to be honest about the whole thing, I have to say that, you know, that's how I feel about it.
Yeah, for sure.
And people don't hear that very much.
No.
But I think it touches them.
Yeah, for sure.
And I think that, if anything, you know, even if they didn't want to buy raw milk, is that at least I can get them to think about it.
Yeah, buy your pasteurized milk from a farmer you know. Go for it.
Yeah.
You know, but
you can do that. Go see their operation.
Yeah.
I'm not against that.
Yeah.
But a lot of those farmers that do pasteurize, low temp, they do the least.
Yep.
There's no homogenization. You still get cream top.
Yeah.
That's what Alexander does.
Yep. Yeah.
But it is it's still better for you.
Yeah, for sure.
And so anyhow.
Can we see some cows?
Yeah, let's go.
Yeah.
Let's go over here.
It's a gorgeous day.
Beautiful. Trying to mooch. Always. Yeah.
What's up, buddy?
Yeah, let's go this way.
Yeah. How long have you had Bo?
2 years.
2 years?
Yeah. That's part of what we've done in the past. If we had one area that was questionable, you just throw the jugs away that were around that rip, and that's it. Here we got some older calves that we just put out here that were as a group.
Oh, wow. So you got a couple, what are the different breeds here?
Well, like black and white, there's Holstein.
Okay.
And the majority of these are Angus crosses.
Yeah.
And with black and white Holsteins, you know, I got some of my dairy cows out there that are getting out in the sun and exercising.
Yeah.
I'll come over this way.
Yeah. Who is this dog here?
This is June, my work dog.
June. Runs the cows?
She works with milking, and she's a half border collie and half German shepherd.
She's cutie. Yeah. Hi, June.
So June's like 7 years old, and I got her as a pup.
Yeah.
She's our work dog.
Did you have to train her much? Or just kind of have it in her with the border collie?
She had it naturally.
Yeah.
And just working with her.
Yeah.
Come here, June. Come here. So yeah, here you can see cows. Eating alfalfa.
Yeah.
And they're going to be going out to pasture here in the next week or so. The grass is really starting to come on.
It's been pretty muddy for the past. What's the season usually?
Well, usually pasture season's over by 1st of October.
Okay. Yeah.
And then we're feeding in the barn here. With the amount of cows I have now, we still got to feed a little bit of hay when they're out on pasture, but not a lot.
Yeah.
And but winter time we're feeding, you know, every day.
Yeah.
And but yeah, you can see the mix. You got Jersey here, and then Holstein crosses. Our butter fat on our last test was around a 4.5%.
Okay, yeah.
Which is good.
Yeah.
And it can go as high as 5. If you, this cow here, we're getting ready to put all new ear tags with their names.
Oh.
This is Betty right here.
Betty?
Yep.
Nice. Hi, Betty.
Betty is super friendly.
Yeah.
She's so easy going.
Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah, good girl all day.
She's pretty.
Yeah. I had her as a heifer calf, you know.
Yeah.
She's just a good girl. This cow here, this Holstein young cow, her name is Holly.
Yeah.
You know, I could just go on.
Yeah.
Line,
That's beautiful. Man. I love it. Yeah.
So,
some happy cows.
Yeah. I see Phoebe back there. I've got Artemis over there, Rhea. Who else? Whitney. That one's Artemis down right there.
Yeah.
And that's a, celestial name.
Artemis in the sun. It's beautiful. There you go. Hi. Hi, Francis.
They can just get exercise in a small field right there.
Sure.
If you're looking further out, my pastures, the grass is growing. We'll end up going through those double gates over there, and then we have paddocks, and so starting number one field, and then we rotate.
Do you do like a hot fence, or how do you?
Yeah, hot wire.
Okay, yeah.
But they rotate, and ideally, once they get done with number one field, by the time they get back to number one field, it's already about 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So it's giving that field a rest and a chance to grow again, and then you're going and making the circuit again.
Yeah.
So you're trying to do that.
Have you had people do the testing on the soil? You had people do that?
Yeah, we have done some of that, but like my friend Kevin, who's starting a dairy down there, he's all about regenerative.
Yeah.
And that you're probably going to be hearing more of.
Yeah, that's the big word right now.
It's kind of the new word instead of just how organic, the word organic was back in the day.
Yeah.
Or that the meaning of organic's been abused.
Totally. Yeah.
Used and abused by the big corporate few.
Yeah. Yeah.
And they cheat like hell.
Yeah.
They could have 20-30% organic material in some product they're producing and get to put the damn organic label on there and get more money for it when it's not.
It's the same thing as the other one,
Right, but they cheat.
Yeah.
So now I think you're going to see regenerative become the new word.
Yeah.
And it's also, you have to be certified regenerative.
Yeah, which is
you're going to get to put that label on with what you're doing. And it has to be in line with everything. And like what Kevin's doing down there, he's going to have a basically informational paper trail as far as getting the soil, how the soil relates to the milk, and have and then have them break down the milk and how it affects the properties of the milk and how it's good for you.
That's cool. Yeah, you can go like soil to grass to then
so the health of your soil
oh, that's cool.
Relates to the milk.
Yeah.
Or the beef, or whatever you're raising, your chickens.
Yeah.
That's how that's going to work.
That's awesome.
And it helps educate people as to if somebody's taking care of things properly, and then that whole symbiote, it's full circle.
Yeah.
And so it makes total sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's beautiful. Here we are in the shop. We're just going to give you a tour of everything. We've got all soaps, deodorants, candles. You can't see because I'm pointing at it. There we go. Deodorants, candles, soap, some chips, candy, gelato, some hats, farm magnets, cute. You've got just freezers full of meat. Look at all this. Come in here, you got steaks. Here's all this other good stuff, right? This is the Holy Grail. You come in, undo the latch, pop this thing open. Boom. We're just going to start it off right here. One-handed, unscrew. Okay, here we go. Got the Make Milk Raw Again hat. Wow, incredible. Gallon of milk, which we'll use this week. This quarter gallon, which I'll probably drink on the way home. Stick of raw milk butter. A cute little locally made card. Some tallow. And then this sweet hat, which I will put on in style. Boom. Look at that.